Now, on to the LA Kings. Interesting organization here. Of course, a great decade, the last decade, as they raised a couple of cups. Now they're in the rebuilding mode. They got lots of prospects. What will they add to it, Commissioner Gary Bettman?
From the Toyota Sports Performance Center, amateur scout Chris Burns will make the 8th selection in the 2021 NHL Draft for the Los Angeles Kings. Chris, you're up.
With the 8th pick in the 2021 NHL Draft, the LA Kings are proud to select from the Barrie Colts of the OHL, Brandt Clarke.
That's our 4th D-man in 8 selections. Look at Brandt. He cannot believe it. We kind of had him slotted here, Sam. You thought this was the organization for this right-handed shooting defenseman.
If you look at Chris Byrne, the gentleman who just made the pick, he lives in the Ottawa area, and so too do the Clarke. So he'd be more familiar with Clarke than maybe anyone and have that intimate knowledge about this particular player. So he goes to the Barrie Colts. They're a young team. He can kind of run and gun and do his thing. Very good at it. It goes back to the year before that, under 16 with the Don Mills Flyers. Rock star team. We're going to hear more about that group. Shane Wright next year. Francesco Arcuri. You're looking at Brennan Othman, who will soon be picked. That team was a rock star team. Then he progresses to Barrie, has a really good year there. The OHL doesn't start, so he takes off to Slovakia. Him and his brother get a deal to go there together. This is unbelievable. And so they play there, and this guy's getting chirped. Who's this young punk coming over here playing in our men's league? What are you talking about? They're all over him. I talked to his teammate Slater Doggett. He says, guys, you have no idea how difficult it was for the guy on the ice. But you know what? He repelled the physical play. He went out and he beat him on the power play. And there are some things in his game that are really subtle. It's just a little bit of a subtle movement here at the line. What do you have to do? The biggest thing to be able to do here is just get the puck through. And so if you're making passes, yeah, you want to set up somebody else there for them to be able to do it. But I like this little shoulder turn. No, that gets the defender to bite. It doesn't have to be a hard shot. It just has to get through the net. It creates all kinds of havoc. A couple of shots later, it results in a goal. But he does that extremely well. He has the ability to get pucks through the lane. He's a little bit of a knock-kneed skater, so that concerned some people. The interview process probably didn't go as well for Brandt as you would have liked. He showed some immaturity a little bit at the under-18s, but at the end of the day, to find this type of defenseman who has the poise, the patience with the puck, to delay on defenders, to wait for open ice, that is something really special. He has elite puck sense ability, and that's why the LA Kings are looking at this guy to run their power play down the road.
Exactly, and think of the Kings, right? Think of the succession. They had the great Rob Blake, who's their general manager, who was an awesome player. We all know that as a defenseman. Okay, then they draft a guy by the name of Drew Doughty out of the OHL. That went pretty well out of Guelph. All right, no big deal. Then they got Jake Muzzin, who was very serviceable for them too as a defenseman. And now you go back to the OHL once again in this case. This will be the trifecta in Brandt Clarke. But I do love the fact that he played against men. When I watch him on tape, to me he looks very similar to a hybrid between a Mike Green and/or an Erik Karlsson type. Might not have the wheels of Erik Karlsson at his height, but the ability to see the game and make plays. Gortz, I always go by when we talk to different people in the rooms. Who's saying what? I talked to a fellow OHLer that told me, Weeksy, this guy's impossible to hit. We can't hit him and we can't contain him.
Yeah, a good get for LA, by the way. With all the forwards they have, a defenseman here with skill makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, it was a perfect fit for that organization who was trying to get back on top. Well, what a night so far. 8 down. All 8 of them just filled with different emotions. Family love for the Hughes. The brothers will play together. Relief. Excitement. Kent Johnson maybe goes higher than he thought. In Sweden, they're yelling booyah. Arizona is on the clock with a pick they got from Vancouver today when we return.